Well, good afternoon, and it is a good afternoon. We've nearly got a sweat on here. So it's March the 30th, Mother's Day. So we've abandoned.
I've abandoned my mum.
We've abandoned all the ladies
and my mother-in-law
and come out for a wild camp. We've parked the vehicle, the car at Hethpool, and we're on the St Cuthberts Way, making our way towards the Scottish border. I think the wind's starting to get up a little bit now, so that might cool us down a bit. So I'll give you I'll take some views on the way up, and I'll speak to you later. As I mentioned earlier, we're heading up to the English-Scottish border, and we actually following at the moment Elsdon Burn, which is that there. The actual hill we possibly are going to stop on and camp on is Coldsmouth Hill. That's the plan anyway, but as you well know, them plans could change. This is the first time I've been to the Cheviots since I think maybe October, and I came up on my own and did Yavering Bell, and I remember it was a nice camp, that one. But anyway, we're back again in the Cheviots because it's a lovely place, a very nice place. Well, this is the toughest climb up to now. So that's why I'm puffing and panting. And actually, look at that. Pit electrician with a sweat on. We're having a minute before we continue. I think where we're eventually heading is one side of those trees, so we've got quite a bit of climbing to do yet. So we arrived at the Scottish border. So behind me is England, and behind me now is Scotland. And that wall you can see there is the actual border. And if you can, I don't know if you can see it, but in between that hump and that hump is a village, and that's the end of the Pennine Way. Is it called Yethpool or Yelnholm or something like that?
Something like that, right?
Yeah, and that's the end of the Pennine Way, which starts in Edale in Derbyshire. We're almost at the top of Coldsmouth Hill. And there it is, the cairn. And it's 414 hard metres, but we've made it. And the wind's not too bad actually. They tried to trick us, cost us 3 cairns.
Right, well, we're at the top. Ooh, that was a slap, Brian was a bit tough. That's Coldsmouth Hill. And
And there's the 3rd cairn. And I'm not climbing up to get my hand on the top. And to be honest, when you look at them, it's hard to tell which of the 3 cairns is the highest. But we've got to them, all 3 of them, so it's a bit rocky up here. Well, we set up. There's Stephen's tent, my tent. Stephen's just sorting out his transier, but I've got the kettle on for a coffee, a Liz's cheese scone. I'll give you a quick look at inside the tent. Nothing any different. My Rab 700%, my magic vest to keep everything in place. There's my electrics, water, a couple of cans of beer. I'll take you back somewhere around here. There we are. So there's the tents, right on the top, right on the peak. And I think tonight we'll have a nice sunset. Well, as you can see, we found ourselves a kitchen. Stephen's getting prepared for the transier meal, the masterclass. He's on his fake beer. I'm on the McEwen's Champion 7.3, which I haven't opened yet. But as I'll swing you around, it's a lovely, there's a lovely sunset developing in the distance there, and it looks very nice. By gum, that's good beer, that. But I'm going to tell you a little tale because of Hengist. But I was thinking,
Steve.
Steve, aye, Steve. Cheers, Steve. But I was thinking before I came on this camp, it would be nice to sort of promote some local beer from where I live. And as it happens, there's a brewery only about, well, less than 2 miles from where I actually live. And it's called the Maxim Brewery. And that's, and it's been set up quite a number of years now. Some ex-employees of Vaux Brewery in Sunderland. And Vaux Brewery used to, you know, the famous Newcastle Brown Ale. Well, Vaux Brewery in Sunderland had their own version of that, and that was called Double Maxim. And actually, I used to drink Double Maxim when I used to go in the late 60s, early 70s to the Argus Butterfly at Peterlee. And I used to drink Double Maxim in there. And I was only like 18 to 20-year-old. And the Argus Butterfly was well known at the time for getting some really good groups on. And I saw loads of good groups in the Argus Butterfly. That was, I saw Jethro Tull, Free, Yes, Taste, Bloodwind Pig,
Led Zeppelin?
Mott the Hoople.
Led Zeppelin?
Aye, Led Zeppelin, believe it or not.
Not Jimi Hendrix, though.
No, Led Zeppelin I saw in the Argus Butterfly at Peterlee sometime round about the late 60s, early 70s. I can't remember exactly when it was. So, I mean, that's a by the by, but that's why I wanted to bring some Double Maxim on the camp. But when I went to the brewery, they don't make it in cans. They only sell it in bottles. And I wasn't going to hum bottles up here. So that's why I'm still drinking McEwen's Champion 7.3. Mind, there's nothing wrong with McEwen's Champion 7.3. It's a lovely drink. But I just thought I would try some Double Maxim. I'll bring a bottle one day when I'm not going to climb as high a mountain as I have today. Well, it's not that high, like 414 metres, didn't I say?
Something like that, aye.
But cheers. While I'm waiting for the sun setting and the dinner being prepared, I just, you know, I sometimes like to talk about a little bit about history. Well, I'm not today because I haven't done my research. I've never been onto Wikipedia. Having said that, I don't think there's much in the way of lead mining or iron ore mining or anything like that went on in the Cheviots. It's mainly sheep up here. But what there is around the Cheviots is lots and lots of hill forts, and they're from very pre-Roman times. And I'm pretty sure, although it's not marked on the map, I'm pretty sure this is one we're in now because there's a definite circle on the top of this hill. Would you agree with us, Stephen?
Aye, yeah.
Yeah. So, although I haven't done much research about hill forts and why they're here and what they were for, because I can't imagine, in fact, well, unless it's just to keep those horrible Scotsmen out, the marauding Scotsmen. But why a marauding Scotsman would want to come all the way up here is beyond me. Unless he was going to make a Trangia corned beef hash. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this is one of those hill forts. And I know there are lots of them around in this area.
Right, well, we've just divvied up the corned beef hash, and Dave, what's it like?
Beautiful.
Look at that corned beef hash by the Trangia.
I better get it eaten quick as well because it's cooling down. But it's lovely.
There you go, another success.
Good morning. 6:20. I've only been awake about 10 minutes. I can hear Stephen's awake. It was really calm last night. There's a bit of a breeze up now. I've just stuck my head out the door and it's not great out there. It's not. Seems to be quite a lot of cloud about. But anyway, I've got the kettle on. I've got my croissant. We'll have that. We'll just get the start squared round a little bit, and we'll make our way back to the car. But there's no hurry. Catch you later. I've missed the best of the sunset. No, I've missed the best of the sunrise. But it is a nice sunrise all the same, and you'll not be able to see, you won't be able to see it on the GoPro, but I can see the sun shining off the sea in the distance. So I'm all packed just about, just a tent to go down now. Stephen's 2 jumps ahead of us. He's already got his tent down and he's just sitting there gloating at me,
Patiently waiting.
having to get on with it. But he'll have to wait. Right, so I'm going to put the tent down and then we'll be on our way. That's it. It's 7:25. We're all packed up, ready to go. As always, we've left no trace. In fact, there's hardly any flat grass, never mind no trace. So we're going to head back a different way that we came, just to make it a bit varied. I think it's actually a bit shorter than the way we came. So if you're getting this far, thanks for watching. Well, thumbs ups and press that bell button so you get the next one all the time. And like I've always said, keep going with the comments. And I reply to all the comments.
Even the bad ones.
Yeah, but I didn't even get any bad ones last time. I think people have learned the lesson. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Exactly. That's the best way.
And what the hell are you doing watching it if you didn't like it?
Exactly. Right. See you on the next one. Bye.